The Pleiadians, the winds of change have accelerated. Beloved ones, we greet you. The winds of change have accelerated, building into crescendos of vast shifts, like wild ocean storm, leaving debris at its wake, creating a complete energetic rebirth, never seen before in the history of your Earth. Your Earth plane's third-dimensional veils are no longer in place, as these winds have formed a completely redesigned of energy that now makes up the new Earth. This mass transmutation of your Earth plane allows your planet to orientate and engage within the sacred pulsing life force of God consciousness with the rest of this universe. As your planet entered within the vibrational light of 2025, an illusionary curtain that has been in place for lifetimes was lifted. All dense karmic restraints were simultaneously removed at that juncture. The pure frequency redefinition of the planet is now reflected in the magnetic aura of Earth. The shift is destined to remain fully engaged and flowing within the Earth plane, through the restoration of all the alternate reality spaces of higher consciousness. This is a sacred design, set in motion to continually express their ongoing full potential moment by moment. These spaces are linking themselves on a multi-dimensional level to a series of sacred avenues connected to the God consciousness frequencies within this resident universe. These avenues are reconnecting vast universal timelines to Earth, and they are becoming a natural extension within the Earth plane's fluidity. This fluidity is creating expansion and transmutation through a pure blending process with these higher consciousness spaces of light. These enormous shifts in light energy are resulting in a falling away of the old karmic ways that have been operating on your planet for lifetimes. The planet has had a fixed end grid that has housed and anchored the third-dimensional illusion in place. Illumination has been magnified through levels of higher consciousness light rays becoming naturally part of the arena of the energetic landscape of Earth. This illumination will have ongoing flows that will continue to build, to create vast changes within Earth's environment, on many multidimensional levels. The natural laws of the universe are now applying directly to Earth as these changes open the sacred channels of life force within all living matter. The God consciousness state will create ongoing expansive transmutational flow lines across the planet, shifting the energetic landscape to enable you as individuals to find your authentic nature. Within this higher evolutional environment on Earth, there is a potential for a natural acceleration of your individual evolution, allowing your alignment to higher frequencies of truth simultaneously becoming realized to your authentic state of being. You are to become more defined in yourself, enabling you to understand and utilize yourself as a sacred multidimensional tool with the express purpose to self-realize now. All of humanity on the planet will be experiencing different alternate reality spaces, depending on where they are in their evolutionary cycles and where they choose to be within their human experience. With all this unfolding of change, there will still be a reality space where there is a full play-out of third-dimensional struggle, fear, lack, and suffering. This is necessary while some human beings continue to require the drama and suffering in their lives within the illusion. This is known as a transitionary stage for Earth. Every individual chooses the moment to change, to choose differently for themselves. Each one has the right to take the time they need within the dense human experience of drama and suffering. No one person needs saving from their chosen experience. There have always been multiple experiences happening simultaneously. At this juncture, you get to choose the evolutionary life experiences that you desire for yourself. You will find that you have been repositioned and anchored within a sacred alternate reality setting on Earth, and it will be from this space that you will live, awaken, and thrive. Know that it is possible to move between consciousness states within Earth. This is part of your inner multidimensional multiplex and potential, which has always been an aspect of your natural abilities. You have entered a different time frame, a realm of unlimited possibilities for you to begin to truly realize your full sacred nature. Simultaneously, you will also learn more about your human aspect, understanding that receiving your humanity is an essential part of your full enlightenment process. The changing energetic terrain of Earth is going to greatly assist you in the acceleration of you accomplishing this transition within yourself from human being having a sacred experience to becoming a sacred being having a human experience. As if you have been given a completely new environment, like you have been placed in an energetic womb to realize yourself, in which to understand, remember, and clarify, to align to who you have always been in truth. Within this environment of the womb, you will stabilize within your realized state of wholeness, and begin to reassimilate within your consciousness. Within the womb, there will be a rewiring of your energy, which is a natural transitional phase. A higher electrical frequency pulse will be established within your brain cells, brain synapses, heart cells, and within your entire sacred systems. This will initially affect your sensory and motor skills, creating a magnification of sound, maybe experiencing a fluidity in your body as you move. You will need to go through an orientation phase as you adjust to these changes within. The wheel has turned, there is no going back. This is what you have pre-agreed to do in this time of the repositioning of Earth. Ultimately you are going to thrive within the higher consciousness environment. What is essential to understand is that you are not alone. All of you on the path have each other through the higher connections of your awakened consciousness. You will find a strong community bond opening between you without the interference of ego mind separation and competition. Each one of you holds a unique divine aspect of God consciousness that is needed within the group dynamic. Your individual gifts bring important aspects to the whole group. Your telepathic abilities will begin to unfold between you as a group. This will support a clear communication for the entire group mind. You will have moments of blending, experiencing oneness. There will be no need for a hierarchy within the group setting. Another aspect to understand within your awakening is that you are not necessarily required to join a group, be part of a community. You are naturally interconnected to all human beings through the God consciousness aspect of yourself. That connection is a powerful, precious element that is a self-generator of love. You just being present within your higher self-realized state is enough. Your being alive and awake on Earth is enough. Celebrate your aliveness on Earth, opening your doorway to self. Note, there is nothing you have changed about your human self, your imperfection for you to realize your sacred component of higher self. You have always had access to this other component of yourself. This is a process of realizing this part of you. This is a process that is designed to support you in unfolding into the awareness of your alternate realized self that has always been an aspect of your unique makeup. Alignment to your heart. Place both palms on your upper chest. This is the doorway to your higher self. Hold your awareness to where you feel the physical touch or warmth of your palms where they meet your chest. Take a conscious breath in the mouth and then release the breath out of the mouth. Place this breath into where you are connecting to your heart space. Continue to take a series of these conscious breaths within the space that you see, sense, or feel. Letting go within the space. Open your awareness within this space. Fill your awareness within the space. Anchor the words, I am, within the space. Feel, see, or sense a light, a sense of peace, a further opening responding to these words. Each time you anchor these words, I am, feel, see, or sense the essence, the light, the feeling. Build on some level. Continue to open your awareness within the growing feeling. Then place a conscious breath within the feeling that you see, sense, or feel. Choose to let go, just open into the space, letting go. Note, utilize this process as often as you feel. Become this space, take ownership of your sacred essence that exists here within the space of your heart. These aspects of your unlimited sacred higher self will continue to reveal itself to you. This is an unfolding process of you birthing you. Remember, you are who you have been waiting for. We witness you in love. Blessings. The Pleiadians. The co-creation of wholeness, oneness, and love. I was doing a lot of research to which I was led, regarding intense insights, upgrades, and visions I had been given since before Christmas. I always like to, when I am given certain information, back it up with research, especially when I am being shown certain places on Earth, and the information will always come to me, and always has. This is not because I doubted the information, but because I wish to fully understand this within the context of human history, or discernment of certain negative patterns we so often followed, not only as souls, but also as the collective. For these negative patterns, they have repeated themselves for millennia, and now at last, can be dissolved. Therein lies the great blessing. We have now stepped into an accelerated moment, when the sun disks are being released which contain immensely powerful esoteric information, activations, and indeed work with the activation of the new humanity, in the seventh dimensional state, the original state of the first paradise on Earth. These come directly from the seventh central sun of illumination, and thus from the divine prime creator. The seventh central sun is the sun beyond sun, and one of the 12 original central suns which were first created, to which this universe, galaxy, and solar system belonged to from the very beginning. The central sun are like great libraries of cosmic knowledge, yet eternally one with the prime creator, and are conscious. At this moment, the reconnection to the central sun is so powerful that it is changing everything, and everyone to the very core. Now, throughout the whole history of the Earth, and it is far more ancient than we even have any inkling of, for history has been rewritten by the conquerors so many times to suit themselves. Certain patterns repeated themselves which caused the downfall and demise not only of the first paradise, but all those who rose afterwards. These are now systematically being dismantled. And this includes the collective as well as the individual soul. We all have soul records, and we all have a certain mission to fulfill, and to which we agreed to before we were born. We have 12 higher guides who stay with us as souls throughout our soul journeys, whether on this planet, or elsewhere in the universe, or omniverse. We are before birth and shown what patterns we created with other souls, but also while on Earth, with the collective, whether with family, or with the collective. We were simultaneously informed about the old Earth dissolving and then the new Earth being born, as happened on the 5th of July, 2020, and the now, the new golden age, being anchored in. You were informed and you shown where your greatest challenges would lie, and where you need to release and dissolve old patterns through true forgiveness of yourself and others, and letting go of all shame, blame, and guilt, but simultaneously, the soul work you would be doing in the inner planes, for our souls do not just render highest service in the physical planes, but all levels of our souls. Many of us are already bilocating and doing work on multiple levels, and I know this to be true for myself. We were given this assignment with the full knowing of what it would entail, although we knew as well, life can only be fully lived, each breathing moment, and that our own choices would ultimately then determine the outcome. This is especially important to grasp. Nothing is ever happening which does not serve your soul at some higher level, and how you deal with it then determines the outcome of all else. You agreed with this, like many of us, as on the course to gaining master, as planetary logos, or even galactic logos, or universal, depending on your own soul, and its infinite journeys, simultaneously and multidimensional. This life is just a tiny fraction of what your soul is already doing on all levels in multi-universes. We are all cosmic souls and not earthly bound. The more aware you become, the more you know who and what you are on soul level, and then also will remember what you need to remember, or consciously bilocate, and clearly see what you are doing. There are no boundaries. Boundaries are illusionary. These old patterns will now surface at rapid rates, not only for us, but for the collective. And nowhere will this be more obvious than in the ruling structures, the structures on which the whole old society was built, all the systems pertaining to this. All need to dissolve now, and will be cracked open to the very core. Yet, remember that the one is the many, and many are the one. For the one who is open to truly letting go of all the old negative patterns, especially of fear, of pain and suffering, or judgment, self, and others, and then rises in consciousness, and in soul empowerment, has a ripple effect, on the whole, like the 100 monkeys effect. It takes one soul who has a consciousness level over 700 to influence millions. Dr. David R. Hawkins, Power versus Force. See now how important it is to let go, to release. More than this, to truly now step into the fullness and truth of who and what you are as a soul, and to live it with great love, and serve with love and joy. More than this I will not say. Let your own higher soul self speak, and listen. You will always be given as much as you manage at one time, and never more than that. Your whole progress is monitored by those 12 higher guides and your own ascended masters, as well as those whom you choose to work with. Add to this the divine source, or prime creator, who resides within and always has, for your infinite soul is always at one with its source. Ashtar Command, the invasions in the USA. About 3 weeks ago, I warned that the forces of the Ashtar Command were preparing a display in a specific region that would draw the planet's attention. This is happening now, especially in the USA. Even though the non-positive forces are trying to confuse people by releasing some drones to create a conflicting narrative, it can no longer be denied that our presence in the sky is more active, and people can no longer be deceived, not even with the implementation of drones amidst our displays. As time passes, governments will have no choice but to announce our presence. Backroom meetings of power are happening right now with 12 major countries of the planet that hold the most important information to be released about us. Although only a few countries are meeting now, they have strong influence over the others. We are planning to show ourselves more effectively in regions of Asia and South America as well, and we will continue to ensure there aren't enough drones to cover our ships. To the deep state, we from the Ashtar Command say, it is futile to raise flags for confusion and information conflicts. There is nothing you can do against us. None of your weapons are effective against our ships. There will be no retreat from our side. All your false narratives will not be sustained. You know that our largest fleet has not even entered the solar system yet. We are still coming. To our allies on Earth, we reinforce the importance of love and brotherhood in these special times when your sensitivity will be heightened and your discernment capacity will be solicited. There are many who will try to take advantage of the situation to create even more conflicts among you. Allow your hearts to dictate the truth that can no longer be denied. You have never been alone in the universe. We have always been with you. We are also preparing films through collaborators in the main centers of the film industry, our allies, who, together with some positive leaders of your world, wish to prepare the more resistant people for the reality of our existence. There is a great chess game going on where all pieces need to be moved carefully. One thing we can assure the leaders of the deep state, we'll see if your drones can pierce the ocean, as we will do, and if they can cut the clouds in two, as we will do. Yes, because our bases are located at the bottom of the oceans as well as in low, medium, and high orbit. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command through our source in South America. Listen to the voice of the Ashtar Command through Neva. This is an official communication portal of the Ashtar Command. Our main mothership has not yet entered your solar system, but your scientists have already seen us. We are at the speed of light, and for us, that means yesterday. Oneness. Neva/Ashtar Command source arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.